Good morning, guys. This is Mike Doble with Ski Southeast, and this is your Sunday morning 8 a.m. video snow report from around the region. We were getting some really pretty sunrises this morning, and there was a bit better one literally about 30 minutes ago here on the Beach Mountain Parkway cam. This is the new camera that replaced the old. It was kind of deteriorating the imagery. You can see the sledding hill right beside the town hall. And snowmaking is ongoing right there on the sledding hill as well, and you're seeing that kind of across the board. Today's snow report is brought to you by beachmountainresort.com, where you can ski the highest terrain in the southeast mid-Atlantic at 5,506 feet of elevations. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of switch over now to where you can kind of see all of the conditions in live cameras. When I was looking this morning, really first thing this morning, only 3 ski areas were actually making snow. Beach Mountain was making snow, Wisp Resort was making snow, Snowshoe, and I think perhaps Sugar was at the top of their mountain as well. I think Canaan Valley was as well, but we don't have a live camera there right now. As I mentioned yesterday, the live cam kind of went out of condition. We'll get that back, by the way, this week. They're still not making snow quite yet at Appalachian Ski Mountain, but I did see Brad's crew out grooming the snow earlier. But I can tell you that conditions are going to be improving really throughout the day because cold temps are here to stay for several days. They're nosediving down. I think the low this morning here at Appalachian Ski Mountain was 32 degrees. We're going to see that go down into the probably around 10 to 12 degrees around Blowing Rock overnight tonight. But Appalachian is skiing on the same 8 slopes and trails and 18 to 24 inch base groom conditions. Again, 8 slopes open, 5 lifts. They are open for night skiing. They do have their terrain park open, both of their terrain parks open as well. As I mentioned, 32 degrees, but nose diving here as we speak. We'll go on over to Beach Mountain, where you can see they are making snow both at the base of the mountain and on top of the Beach Mountain Resort Summit Cam. And they are open with a 20 to 32 inch base, packed man-made powder conditions. Obviously they're making snow. Slopes, they have 10 slopes open and 7 lifts. They are open for night skiing. They do have their park open, the terrain park, as well as tubing and ice skating. I mentioned it was already at 28 degrees this morning, and the temperatures there on Beach Mountain should nosedive to around 8 degrees overnight, so it's going to be very cold. If you're out there skiing and snowboarding today, as you can tell, things are iced up even on the camera. I would tell you to wear good layers, some good headwear, face mask, and goggles, because it's going to be brutal. I'm going to kind of take you alphabetically through the region now. This is a live shot at Bryce Resort, where you can see snowmaking is not happening so far this morning. They are reporting 32 degrees, so they should be making snow there. However, they're not quite doing so right now. But they are reporting frozen granular man-made conditions, still the same 30-inch base, 6 slopes and trails open, 1 lift. They are open for night skiing, and they do have tubing and ice skating open as well. So Bryce Resort's pretty much fully operational, with the exception, obviously, they want to get into making some snow, which we expect to see here in just a little bit. We're going to take you to Canaan Valley's tubing camera right now, but their main camera is, as already mentioned, out of service. That should be back up and running sometime probably mid to the end of next week. But Canaan Valley is reporting a trace of new natural snow. You can see some evidence of that here even on the camera. A 15 to 30 inch base, frozen granular conditions. They are making snow, and they're open with 14 slopes and trails, 2 lifts, and they are open until 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. No terrain park going on, but they do have tubing and ice skating open at Canaan Valley. We'll next go again in alphabetical order. We'll take you over to Cataloochee in beautiful Maggie Valley, western North Carolina, where you can see they're making snow at the base of the mountain. I saw Chris Bates out grooming this morning, and again, they are making snow, but they have a 26 to 46 inch base, groom conditions, 7 slopes and trails open to the top of the mountain, 5 lifts. They are open for night skiing, and right now they are making snow now on their tubing hill, which is about 4 miles away from the main part of the resort. But tubing is not open today. They're hoping to get that back open pretty soon. We can expect maybe seeing some snow tubing tickets being sold tomorrow. We'll just have to see. We'll report on that a little bit later on. We're going to take you now to Massanutten, where saw a lot of snowmaking going on yesterday, actually, when some of the other ski areas were not making snow. They're not making snow right now, but they probably will be as temperatures have just dropped into snowmaking opportunities. It's 31 degrees at Massanutten this morning. They are reporting a 20-inch groom base, 6 slopes and trails open, 6 lifts, and 10 lanes of snow tubing are available to you today, although I think I heard from those guys that snow tubing is already sold out for this Sunday. It's a popular holiday weekend and a popular sport, and snow tubing is open, but I think it's sold out. They do have ice skating available at Massanutten as well. Of course, they have their huge indoor water park. You have to check that out at massresort.com. We're going to take you over to see if I can show you a live shot. Really happy to show you this live shot. If I can get to it, here we go, where you're going to be able to see snowmaking going on across all the entire mountain at Ober-Gatlinburg. I saw this morning where I was a little surprised at how quickly it had already transitioned to snowmaking temperatures there at the Smoky Mountain Resort. But Ober-Gatlinburg is showing 26 degrees right now. They are making snow. They are still temporarily closed for skiing and snowboarding, although here in a moment you're going to see their popular tubing hill is open today. I understand it. I think they mentioned that tubing is open, but I think they may be sold out as well. So be sure to check out that. But they are making snow, quite a lot of snow all across the mountain, and they also have their ice skating rink open as well. Sapphire Valley, I'll go ahead and mention them real quick. 32 degrees this morning. They were making some snow, but they're now, I think, projected to reopen on Friday the 24th at noon. So they are not open, still closed for skiing and snowboarding ops there at Sapphire Valley. We'll take you now to Snowshoe, where I'll start off with the Silver Creek side of the mountain, where you can see they are now making snow at Silver Creek. Snowshoe still bragging, 41 trails open today, 14 lifts. They are making snow, have groomed variable conditions on a base of 40 inches. They are open for night skiing on the Silver Creek side of the mountain, as well as day skiing across the entire mountain. Let me see if I can show you Shaver Center here, where right now they're not making snow at the top of the mountain. Let's see what they're doing over on the boathouse side. Nope, there's no snowmaking going on there as well. You can see some little dusting of light snowfall going on right now as we speak. Very light snowfall, but conditions are going to be pretty sweet out there. Playing on 153 acres at Snowshoe Mountain, 17 degrees currently, and it too will be nosediving to the single digits overnight tonight. But again, 41 slopes and trails, 14 lifts in operation, so they're looking great. Sugar Mountain, I already mentioned yesterday what a huge transition they made because this entire left side of the mountain over here on the base was nothing but it was ground, it was dirt. They've covered that up. You can see still a little bit of discoloration where it's still kind of thin at the base, but they are now making snow, and we should see around the clock snowmaking. Really, from right now, we shouldn't see the snow guns go off until sometime, I would say probably noon or so on Wednesday. So bear in mind, we're going to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and a lot of Wednesday. So 3.5, almost 80 hours of snowmaking will be going on across all of the ski areas, really the southeast and mid-Atlantic. But go ahead and give you the update. Sugar Mountain is open with a 20 to 40 inch base, man-made powder, frozen granular. They are open for night skiing. They have 9 slopes and trails, 4 lifts. And they also have their tubing hill open now with a couple of lanes of tubing, I understand, as well as ice skating is open at Sugar Mountain. Right now they're reporting 20 degrees at the top of the mountain, and I think like 26, 27 at the base of the mountain. I already mentioned the other day that the Homestead Resort is not planning to reopen now until January the 26th. So they've not gotten in any hurry, although I think the temperature's now 27 degrees there at the Homestead. Should see those snow guns crank back up here pretty quick, but they're one of those 2 or 3 ski areas that we mentioned that are still temporarily closed for skiing and snowboarding, although they do have their ice rink open there at the Omni Homestead Resort in Virginia. While in Virginia, we'll go over to Wintergreen, where we've been getting some really beautiful shots. I'm probably going to use one of them as a photo of the day of some of the sunrises going on there, but you can see pristine conditions now, gorgeous slope conditions now, and lots of good terrain open at Wintergreen now with a 20-inch base, 6 slopes and trails open, 3 lifts in operation, and they are making snow across the mountain, although you're seeing a little bit less snowmaking going on right now, as I saw actually this morning. So they may be letting skiers have some fun and then crank the guns back up in a little bit. But they are open for night skiing. They do have their tubing hill open, and as I understand it, a lot of other amenities, a lot of fun that's planned on the mountain there at Wintergreen today. So things are looking great there. Let's go to Winter Place, where I'll show you the new live camera that's at the resort center. You can see some evidence of some snowmaking going on there at that portion of the mountain. They are open with a 16 to 32 inch base, groomed, granular, and variable conditions. They are making snow. 13 slopes and trails now, 6 lifts. They are open for night skiing, and they do have tubing open as well. We'll now get over to Deep Creek Lake, and you can see there again for the second morning in a row we are getting some natural snowfall. So we're getting in on the natural stuff, although right now they're only reporting a trace of snow so far this morning, but we are getting in fact that's the most actual natural snowfall that we're seeing falling across the entire region right now. But they're reporting a slightly increased base this morning of 20 inches, groomed conditions. Obviously they are making snow, as you can see up there at the top of Squirrel Cage. They're open with 18 slopes and trails, 10 lifts. They are open for night skiing. They have tubing open. They have ice skating open. The mountain coaster rings open. The mountain's wide open. 26 degrees is what we're seeing right there as we speak. And then we'll finish up by going over to Wolf Ridge, where it's just been kind of disappointing so far this season. A lot of times, they've really had to fight just to keep some of the terrain open. But man, they're going to get into the business of snowmaking in a huge way. As you can tell there, they are now putting a man-made blizzard down on the slopes at Wolf Ridge. And they are reporting a 12 to 22 inch base, granular conditions, 4 slopes and trails, 3 lifts. They are open for night skiing. And as I understand it, they're going to try to get the tubing hill reopened, but right now tubing is not available. They don't have terrain parks going on there as well, but they do have 4 slopes and trails serviced by those 3 lifts. So that's it for your snow report. What I can tell you is that we'll probably give you an update a little bit later on as we see everybody get into the snowmaking act. But right now things are on the improve, and we should see literally what amounts to be 80 hours of snowmaking opportunities between now and sometime on Wednesday, as the temperatures will then kind of moderate. I heard from Brad Panovich and a few others that we're kind of expecting near normal temperatures after we get through this deep freeze that's going to be going on today, Monday, and a portion of Tuesday. Things kind of moderate a little bit on Wednesday. Expect more near normal temperatures going Wednesday through Friday of next week, and then already they're talking about a system that is developing that looks like it could bring either a mixed bag of frozen precipitation, maybe some snow to rain, rain to snow kind of thing, or more. And we'll allow meteorologist Brad Panovich to talk about that as we get closer to that time period. So enjoy your Sunday. Check back with us soon, guys.